Okay guys, I am coming to you with a different type of a video. I can't even believe that I'm doing this, but this is going to be a video of my experience with a 5-day fast. Yes, you heard that right. I'm doing a 5-day fast. So today is Saturday, June 14th, and I'm starting a 5-day fast tomorrow, June 10th. I'm doing this as part of a Facebook group called Fasting for a Purpose. So there are like 8,000 people in this group, and they have done several group fasts during the year. The last one they did was in January, and so this is their next one. So to tell you the truth, okay, I just decided yesterday that I was going to do this. I just talked in my video that I've just now started intermittent fasting, and my goal was to start off with intermittent fasting and just slowly work on building up my number of fasting hours doing that, with my goal being maybe 2 24-hour fasts a week, maybe. And I was going to do that slowly over the past month, over like June. And then eventually I would maybe consider a longer fast here and there of 48 hours or 72 hours, but that was going to be in the future. So what happened? Well, yesterday, so I have read several books on fasting, right, and I've done a lot of research on fasting, and I've watched a lot of YouTube videos, like a lot of interviews with different doctors, and then just the YouTube videos that just regular people put out there, where they're talking about their whole fasting journey. So that's what I was doing on Friday while I was working. I was just looking at lots of different fasting videos and things. And I came across this Dr. Daniel Pampas. I had already seen a few of his videos already, just in looking at fasting videos. But he was talking about this fast that he was going to be doing starting June 10th. And I'm like, what? A 5-day fast. And so I thought, oh, well, that's interesting, but I'm not even remotely ready to start a long fast, and I'm definitely not going to do a 5-day fast because that just seems ridiculous to me. Yeah. Like right now it seems ridiculous to me that I would go from, the longest I have fasted so far now, with the help of coffee with some cream, is 20 hours. That's the longest that I have gone. So at first I just thought, oh yeah, that's cute, I'm not going to do it. But then watching some of his videos, so he's been doing videos every single week for the past 4 weeks to try to get people prepared to do this group fast. So I went and I watched all 4 of those videos. And he was talking about the power that there is in doing this in a group setting and having the support of everyone to help you make it through the fast. And then also making sure that you really have a strong purpose for doing the fast, and then that also helps you make it through the fast. So a lot of religions, almost every religion, does have fasting practices. It's not as unnatural as it might seem to fast. And so the majority of the people in this group are fasting for religious or spiritual reasons, and also for health. Quite a lot of them have different health things, that those are the reasons why they are participating in this fast. There might be a few people who said they're doing it for weight loss, but I haven't seen very much of that at all. And the reason that I'm doing this prolonged fast is for health reasons. So let me remind you about something. In one of my very first videos where I talked about the reason why I was going to have weight loss surgery in the first place, it was because I had recently had a lot of people around me die from cancer for various reasons. And they were younger than me. Younger than me, dying of cancer. I'm 46. The first person, now this person didn't die, but I have a cousin who's 10 years younger than me. She has always been in the normal weight range. She does not smoke, she does not drink, like I said, always has been a healthy weight, has always been active. And she got breast cancer at like the age of 32 or something like that. Now she is fine. But then after that, all of these other people, and have kept having cancer and died of cancer, and they're younger than I am. And so when I saw all of that, oh, and then I've had my own, not necessarily cancer scares, some things going on with my breasts. And so in the past, I've had 2 different mammograms with an ultrasound. Just so they can really see what's going on. And so far, those have been fine. But it's still in the back of my mind, of course, cancer. You never know. And so, in addition to the fact that, dealing with the inflammation in my body, I want to do this for healing purposes. And I also want to do this in memory of those people that I have lost due to cancer. So I think, I think adding a purpose to this is what is going to help me through the whole thing. Also, I am not on any medications at all, and I don't have any health conditions at all, except for obesity, which is probably a good thing for fasting because I'm not underweight. So, that would be a contraindication for fasting, would be if you were underweight or extremely low body fat. I have lots of body fat, so I am good to go there. So this fast, what they encourage in this group is water only and nothing else. Not even coffee, not even tea, nothing else to get the best results with autophagy. So I forgot to look up the exact definition of autophagy, but that is that's one of the things you're trying to achieve when you're fasting. It means auto is like automatic, eat yourself, eating, whatever. I can't explain it. But it's basically the process where your body starts eating old cells and tissue and things, cleaning up debris and stuff in the body that does not need to be there. And your body does that naturally when you're not eating and when it's busy not digesting, like during the time that you're sleeping. So one of the reasons that intermittent fasting is starting to become popular again, and there are these studies coming out, the longer that you can wait to eat, the longer your body can stay in autophagy and start cleaning up this stuff in your body. And it just makes sense to me. Our bodies are miraculous, and they should be able to heal themselves. We should be able to heal ourselves. And I think the problem is that the way that we are eating today, we are not giving our bodies time to heal itself, giving it time to take a break from food and from digestion. And so, I'm all in with the idea of this fasting. I believe that it's going to be more helpful than harmful, I guess, let me say that. And so I'm going to try doing the fast the way that they intend it. However, if I start feeling really bad or I feel like I can't do it that way, then I'm going to start adding things in. First I might start adding in black coffee. Then if that doesn't do it, then maybe putting a little bit of cream in my coffee. And then if that doesn't do it, then maybe some bone broth. I have some of my own homemade bone broth in the refrigerator that I'm going to use to break my fast. However, I might have to use it to help me in my fast if I start not feeling good. So I have that all ready to go. I'm not going to risk feeling really, really bad. I'm worried because I work tomorrow, so I work on Sundays. I work Sunday, I work Monday. Usually day 2 is the worst day, and that is going to be a busy day at work. However, I am off on Tuesdays, so that will help. That's day 3. And I work a half day on Wednesday, so that's day 4. You know, I don't know. I don't know how this is going to go. It's crazy. I am not a spontaneous person. I never just decide to do things, ever. I mean, that's not me. And so although on one hand it's spontaneous, but on the other hand, of course, I've already been researching it and looking into it, but I was going to take it slowly. The fact that I've all of a sudden decided that, yeah, I'm just going to do a 5-day fast just like that, that's crazy. And I guess there is something exhilarating about that because I never do crazy things. I don't. So, and I have this help and the support of this group to help me. So the other thing that I'm going to be doing is really making sure that I am incorporating my meditation. So I'm really upset because I messed up my meditation streak yesterday because I could not stop researching fasting and reading about people's experiences and their stories with some longer fasts. I mean, there are people who are doing 10-day fast and 20-day fast and 40-day fasts and over 100-day fasts, and they're perfectly fine. But there's people that are doing all these crazy fasts, and so I was like really getting into that, trying to see what symptoms and things that I could expect. But anyway, because of that, I didn't do my meditation yesterday like I wanted to because I forgot. I have been doing meditation every day, and I'm mostly just doing the Calm app that I use has a meditation that comes up every single day. But then they also have this whole section where they have other types of meditations that you can choose from. So I have decided that I am going to do this Relationship with Self series. So these are all different meditations. So I've decided that every morning as I sip on my warm water with Himalayan sea salt, I'm going to meditate. Well, you know, I'm not going to meditate and drink it at the same time, but whatever, you get the point. Meditate in the morning, reflect on one of these, and, you know, get ready to face the day. And I'm actually excited to see what I learn about myself. Okay, so the dogs are barking. Okay, so it's day one, it's Sunday. You know, for most of these videos, you're gonna have to ignore my hair because I'm not gonna go through the trouble of trying to make it look nice for these videos. So it is 6:43. So I had my last meal yesterday at 7 p.m. It was steak. And so right now I'm just about 12 hours in, this is how I've been doing my intermittent fasting every day for the past 2 weeks now anyway, maybe 2.5 weeks, is at about 12 or 13 hours, just water, and then at this point is like in about an hour or so is probably when I would have my coffee with a little bit of cream, maybe some butter, maybe some MCT oil. But anyway, this is a prolonged fast, not intermittent fasting. So I just finished walking my dogs and now I am sipping on my water. So I decided to give this water a try. It just so happens that it was also on sale at Sprouts, so I was really happy. So I'm going to drink one of these every day. It has electrolytes and minerals in it, and it's remote osmosis water because in the group a lot of people are talking about, you know, really wanting to drink the purest water possible and knowing where the source of your water is and all that stuff. So, but yeah, so this has some electrolytes and stuff in it already, and it's supposed to be the perfect pH, blah, blah, blah. So I'm going to drink one of these to start off every single day. It has 900 mLs in there. And then even though I already had some pink sea salt, I've had the container for quite a while and it's already ground up. So I decided to go ahead and get some new Himalayan sea salt. There's a grinder in here, so it's nice and fresh. So like I said, it's that other container, I've had it for quite a while and I don't always put the lid back on tightly, and you know, minerals can evaporate And so, or escape, whatever. So I'm not sure that that one will have all the stuff in it I need. So what I've decided I'm going to do, a lot of people have talked about in the group how when you put this in warm water, it can kind of remind you of soup. So for lunch today, I'm going to be having water with my sea salt. I'm so excited about that. Okay, so I am going to get ready to start my day of work, and I'll probably come back to you guys later in the day to let you know how it's going. Bye. Okay guys, it is 5:36 and I just finished work and I'm feeling really good. Now, I do have a confession to make. I had some coffee, some completely black coffee, but I did have 1 cup of caffeinated coffee and I had 1 cup of decaf coffee. So let me explain why. So, you know, my intention was to start this off by doing it the way that it's supposed to be done, just all strictly water. However, I was a little confused last night. So every day during the fast, the person that's doing the challenge guy, Dr. Daniel Pampa, he does a live YouTube chat, okay? So during this live thing, he starts talking about this diet called the fasting mimicking diet, which I'm not going to go into, but it's basically this low calorie, low protein diet that by doing it 5 days a month, it can mimic fasting. Okay, so he starts talking about how some people can do this if they want instead of doing the water fast. And it's like, okay, well that's all, okay, whatever. So fast forward to today. So today I'm working, I'm suffering. I mean, I really started getting hungry at about 9 a.m. I was getting very hungry. So that is like a 14 hours without food. I started getting really hungry. Now I was watching YouTube videos because that's what I usually do while I'm working. I'm more listening to them and not watching. So I purposely picked videos. Stop it, Allegra. I purposely picked videos that were going to try to motivate me. You know, when you're doing something difficult, you want things that are going to help keep you going and to encourage you. And although the Facebook group is very encouraging, I only can look at those posts when I'm not working. So anyway, so I started watching some of these fasting videos, and for some reason today I started watching fasting and cancer and some of the research that's been done on fasting while you have cancer, fasting during your chemotherapy, but then also fasting to help prevent cancer. So I was watching these types of videos, and it's all shown a positive association with fasting and helping cancer, even if you already have cancer while you have chemotherapy, etc., all these different things. But one of the researchers, and so these are researchers, so these aren't like, anyway, the videos I was listening to are people who are being interviewed by, who are interviewing researchers. So this one that I was listening to, this was a French researcher. He works in a lab. You know, he doesn't have any books. He's not trying to get people to buy his books. He works in a lab. And he mostly works with mice, but there are some studies that his institute is doing that involves humans, and then also even him himself and the people who work in the lab are experimenting on themselves based on some of the information that they're getting from these mice. So one of the things he was talking about was coffee and autophagy. And so he was talking about how, yeah, you know, it's like these studies are showing or pointing to coffee increasing autophagy, and it doesn't actually matter whether it's decaf coffee or black coffee, that it seems to actually decaf coffee or caffeinated coffee, totally black, seems to be increasing autophagy in mice, in rats. And so that's what he personally practices. So he's one of these people who, a lot of these researchers, these fasting researchers, what they do in their own life is they eat 1 meal a day. So he eats 1 meal a day, gets all his calories in that one meal, and then the whole rest of the day he's drinking black coffee all day. So when I heard that, you know, it was at a low point where I really was hungry and, you know, the day had started and I'm like, forget it. I'm going to drink coffee because aren't I doing this for autophagy? So I'm going to drink some coffee. So I went and I fixed myself a cup of coffee. And then I was halfway through the cup of coffee when I remembered that there was another reason why I was doing this. The name of the fast is Fasting for a Purpose, and I was supposed to be fasting, you know, in memory of those people that I have lost due to cancer. And I was like, I bet giving up so soon and drinking coffee was probably not in the true spirit of what I was supposed to be doing. I was thinking more about myself and how I don't see why I should be suffering if this is probably actually helping the process. Then why not? It's like it's not only helping the process that I want it to help, but it's also going to help me get through this whole thing. And then also when I was reading like a lot of the Facebook posts, a lot of people were trying to give encouragement to the people who've never done it before, and they all talk about how a lot of the times, the very first time they tried it, they failed and they only made it 2 days or 3 days. But then the second time they tried it, they did it. They were able to do it because fasting, just like a lot of other things, for some reason, the more you do it, the better you get at it, or the better you feel, the better your body adapts to it, and so the longer that you can do it. So then that's also why I was thinking, well, this is my first time, so shouldn't I go easy on myself? It's already bad enough that I'm not going to eat food for 5 days. I kept saying that to myself like all day because I couldn't believe it. I'm like, am I really not going to eat food for 5 days? Anyway, so I don't know how I feel about the fact that I'm drinking the coffee. I was thinking that, you know what, maybe I will do it today and tomorrow. So these are supposed to be the hardest days, day 1 and day 2. And these are also the 2 days, you know, I'm working today and tomorrow. And I do feel like the coffee really did help me get through work. Although I didn't feel all that much better after the cup of regular coffee. But after I had a few hours after that and I drank some water and then I had the cup of decaf coffee, all of a sudden it seemed like I turned around and I started feeling a whole lot better. I also stopped during the time that I normally would have had lunch and I did a little yoga routine. So that's something that I think I'm going to do every day around lunchtime. I'm going to do yoga. I guess the hardest part really was the mind. I got hungry, but I never felt like I was starving. And so, but I just kept like, it would interrupt my working. So I'd get hungry and it's like, oh, I should go eat. Oh, wait a minute. No, can't go eat because I'm fasting. So then I'd be working, say another 45 minutes and it's like, oh, I need to go eat because I'm hungry. Wait, no, you can't eat because you're fasting. It's like this back and forth because normally how I structure my day is I don't eat until I get hungry. So I just work, and when I get hungry, then I go eat. So I kept getting that signal, I'm working, oh, I'm hungry. So then I'm like, I immediately think, oh, let me go to the kitchen and get something to eat. Wait, nope, can't do that. Sip some water, get back to work. And so for several hours, that kept going back and forth and kind of driving me a little batty because I'd be working and doing fine and then I'd get that signal that, oh, I need to eat. Having the coffee really helped give me a different taste. It's like I already feel like I have a sour taste in my mouth already from not eating, and I think also the idea of just sipping the water, because I can't put anything in it except for salt, I just wanted something that tasted differently. So maybe tomorrow I might just totally do decaf coffee, and then Wednesday, and then Tuesday do no coffee. We'll see. I might do that, because it's like, I think what happened the most was having a different taste in my mouth, because it gets very annoying just drinking plain water all day. So I think that might be, oh, I do feel like I was clear-headed. So some of the things that I was watching on the videos today, they were talking about how, you know, technically we should be more alert when we're fasting, because from an evolutionary standpoint, we used to go long periods of time without eating, and it would make sense for us to actually not be weak, not be tired, actually be more functional and more alert when we're not eating than when we are when we're eating. The thing is that we are so used to constantly feeding our bodies, that's why at first we start to feel worse. And I actually already feel like I was a little bit more alert at work. Now, I was annoyed by constantly getting interrupted by feeling like I was hungry. That interrupted me, but I feel like I was thinking clearer. And even right now, I mean, I feel good. I think right now it's mental, because in an hour and a half, it'll be 24 hours. So I've made it through the first day. So no matter what, I can say, I mean, well, I haven't made it the hour and a half yet, but I feel so good right now. I know I'm going to make it at least the hour and a half. And since I'm done working, if something happens and I start feeling really bad, I can just go to bed. And then I can sleep the rest of the day, and that's a whole bunch of other hours. And then get up and start this all over again. So, I mean, I'm feeling good. I feel energized. These videos have really motivated me to make me feel like I'm doing the right thing, that I'm doing something good for my body. I also watched a video last night on, specifically on autophagy. It was a Japanese video, and they were interviewing so in 2016, the Nobel Prize winner was a Japanese man who won for autophagy. And although I get confused whether it was the man or the woman in this video, they kept switching. Anyway, it was a Japanese person who got the Nobel Prize for autophagy. And so in this video, they were talking a little bit about the process of how this person kind of discovered autophagy and some of the mechanisms behind it and what they were looking for. But anyway, all this stuff, it was very fascinating. But I'm getting fascinated just by the science of all of this, because I really am a scientist at heart. Well, by schooling, I'm a pharmacist, and a pharmacist really is a scientist, because I have a lot of biology and chemistry classes, and I love science. Anyway, I'm rambling because I actually feel energized. I feel peppy. I'm never peppy. Huh. But anyway, I'm going to end this right now, because I don't want this video to be 100 hours long, and this is only day one. I don't think I need to come back to you tonight, so I will see you tomorrow morning, and we will see. We'll see what happens then. Bye. I'm in bed. It is 10:14, and I can't believe that I survived day one. So right now it is 24, 25, 27 hours since I've eaten anything except for my black coffee. So yeah, I'm excited, but I'm a little scared because tomorrow is supposed to be the worst day, and I have a very busy day at work. Wish me luck. Hi guys, this is day 2 and I'm still alive. It is 6:54, so in just a few minutes it'll be 36 hours that I've been fasting. I just took my dogs for a walk. I've already done my morning meditation, and I am feeling very good. Now, I'm upset because I'm still doing my calendar thing, if you follow me for that, and so I didn't get my 7 hours of sleep last night because I did keep waking up in the middle of the night. I didn't wake up hungry, but I was waking up like with a slight headache, and then I'd fall back asleep and then I'd wake up again. And so even though I was in bed for over 7 hours, according to my Fitbit, I only got, oh, I forgot now, about 6.5 hours of sleep. So, but I actually feel energized. Now, my head feels slightly lightheaded and I have a very, very slight headache. But my body itself feels very good. Like as I was walking the dogs, I felt energized. I don't feel weak in my body, but my head feels like something is not quite right. Like that's like how my head feels. There's a slight foggy feeling in my head. But yeah, like I said, my body feels very good. And one thing that I forgot to mention was my weight. So before I started this fast, I was already down about 1.5 pounds for the month, just from what I was already doing, okay? So of course I did weigh myself when I started this fast. Although I'm not doing it for weight loss, of course, it would be nice to actually lose some weight. Now, I have to admit, I'm so annoyed by all the YouTube videos out there where people are doing this prolonged fast just for weight loss, and then they get upset when they regain all the weight. It's like, really? I don't know, those videos just annoy me. At least if they're doing it for health reasons, plus they're hoping to lose some weight, but then it's like, there are all these YouTube things like, I lost 20 pounds in 20 days, but then I regained all of it. Now, what I found on further investigation is that if you break your fast correctly, slowly, and of course resume a keto diet or maybe a low carb diet after the fast, then you tend to not regain all of the weight. It also depends on how overweight you were in the first place. So because of all that, they claim that I should be able to expect maybe 0.3 to 0.5 pounds per day to stay off. So I'm not going to tell you my weight every day, although I'm weighing myself every day just out of curiosity. But at the end of my fast, I will tell you how many pounds I lost, but I'm not going to consider that real until a week later. So a week after, then I will also come to you and tell you, okay, how much of that was real. Now it's still, I don't know, because I'm on a weight loss journey already. And so, like I said, you know, I had already lost 1.5 pounds myself before I started all of this. So I don't know if I wait a whole nother week, how much is me and what I'm doing and how much was the fast. But I guess it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because whatever. Okay, so my camera cut off because the battery died, and now it is many, many hours later. I'm done working. It is 5 o'clock, and so I am at 46 hours fasting. And I survived. This was supposed to be the worst day. Now I'm wondering if tomorrow was going to be the worst day. Today was easier than yesterday. I did get hungry, but I never felt like I was starving. I got hungry, I would sip some water, it would go away. Then 30-40 minutes later it would come back, I would sip some water. Today I drank decaf coffee, but I only drank one. And tomorrow I'm not going to drink any coffee at all. So today was, you know, the last day doing coffee. Now, because I'm off tomorrow and I work half a day on Wednesday. So tomorrow is Tuesday. Then the next day is Wednesday. And then the fast still continues through Thursday. I'm going to do all water for those days. But I'm surprised at how good I feel. I did my yoga today. So actually at one point, like around 1 o'clock, I was starting to feel like I couldn't stand it anymore. It's really, having this taste in my mouth that I can't get rid of. It's like I want a different taste in my mouth, and I keep brushing my teeth, and that's not helping. And so at 1 o'clock it was driving me nuts, and so then that's when I took a break and I did yoga. And I don't like yoga, and so that distracted me enough that it's like, okay, yeah, that made some time go by, and when I went back to work, it actually helped me get through the rest of my day. I want to like yoga, but I just don't. But I am going to continue it for the rest of this week, so I can say that I gave it a try. I'm trying different programs and different instructors, but I don't know. I don't like it. Anyway, that's not the point. So yeah, I mean, I'm doing well. I'm energized. I don't have a headache. I'm wondering, does it happen tomorrow? I mean, today, anyway, this was supposed to be the worst day. So I don't have anything planned tomorrow at all. I'm actually going to go shopping. So we'll see. Usually on my days off, that's when I go grocery shopping and I do my meal prepping and then some cleaning. But I think I'm just gonna go clothes shopping. Oh, the one thing I forgot to mention, so I have still been getting my steps in every day. I thought that I was going to just rest, but I feel good enough. And so like yesterday I got my step goal in, and today I plan to get my step goal in. So my only workout is the yoga, which is not really a workout, but I am walking around and making sure that I get my steps every day and walk my dogs every day. So today, once again, while I was working, I spent so many hours watching YouTube videos, and my biggest takeaway for what I was watching today is one researcher was talking about the 12 to 13 hour fast as a basic healthy maintenance thing that everyone should do, just like brushing your teeth every single day. That no matter what, for no matter what reason, just for general health, everyone should have a 12-hour fasting and 12-hour feeding window. Meaning just as simple as, stop eating at 8 p.m. and don't eat again until 8 a.m. As simple as that. That there are so many benefits, just basic benefits that they have found in rats and in human studies, that just doing that is a big benefit. Now, if you can go longer, of course, that's good too. But for everyone, it would be safe to do the 12-hour fast. I mean, our bodies are actually designed to fast. And so that was my biggest thing. Oh, wait, no, and another thing, an interesting, so I watched this breast cancer researcher person be interviewed, and she was talking about how they found, so they did a study of 2,500 women who had breast cancer, and they followed them for 7 years afterwards. And they were following them for all types of, they were following all types of different things. But one of the things that they actually decided to look at was how they ate, like how they, besides what they ate, but their fasting window. So like if there were women who waited, how many hours did they wait after they stopped eating at night and then they woke up in the morning? Like, what was their fasting windows? And they found that there was a correlation between women who waited at least 13 hours between the times that they ate, and they had like a 40% less risk of having their breast cancer come back. So, so in that case, it's like if you stop eating at 7 p.m., then don't eat again until 8 a.m. Like, that's what they found. And so, like, that's fascinating. I'm not even going to go into all the science behind that, or else these would be very, very long. But there are a lot of great YouTube videos out there and researchers out there, and just a lot of information just talking about all the benefits of just intermittent fasting. This prolonged fasting, I wouldn't say that, it's not absolutely safe for everyone to do this. It's different if you're on blood pressure medication, if you're on any diabetes medications, it's especially could be dangerous to be doing these prolonged fasts. And so you would want to work with your doctor or be monitoring your blood sugars. You know, that's not something that I say everyone should do necessarily, but the 12-hour window, 12 or 13-hour window from your last meal till at least your first meal, that's an easy thing that everyone can do. Okay, I'm gonna get off my soapbox. I still can't believe that I made it. And I still can't believe that I have so many more days to go without eating. It's just crazy. So, yeah, I think I'm not gonna report back to you guys until tomorrow. So, thanks for watching.